We continue on our quest to build our first desk setup. And today, I'm going to share some basic upgrades you can make that will actually make a big difference. Whether your setup is for work, gaming, or both, these are for you. We're going to kick things off with the CharJenPro USB-C docking station. I use this for my MacBook Pro. And if you're working with a Mac laptop like me, you know that your port real estate is one thing that's lacking so it can stay slim and sexy. This will allow you to add tons of accessories, memory cards, and even more monitors to your desk setup without having cables all over the place unorganized. It's a great step towards cable management. I chose this one specifically for its small footprint, as my wife and I were traveling for a long time starting last year, so portability was a must. But it did such a great job that we decided to keep using them. It's USB-C, which is what all the latest tech uses or is moving to, has an HDMI port that allows for up to 4K resolution at 60 Hz. It has both an SD and micro SD card reader, which is great for you guys doing any video or photography work, a basic headphone jack, 1 gigabit Ethernet port for when you need to access your fastest internet speeds and more stability, and 2 USB 3.2 ports, something my M1 MacBook Pro is sorely missing. This one is normally under $90, which is a great price point for something this handy. When purchasing a docking station, always double check what ports allow for what in order to make sure your other accessories will be compatible. Since my monitor is a little bit older, the DisplayPort to HDMI cable I have won't allow me to get the full 60 Hz using the HDMI port on this dock. So I'm running it through a different DisplayPort to USB-C cable straight to my laptop in the meantime. In the future, I hope to upgrade to something a little beefier like a CalDigit Thunderbolt 4 to cover all my bases, but that's like $400, so yeah. Maybe they'll have a great deal on them during Black Friday or Cyber Monday this year. Up next, I wanted to focus on my sound. I'm normally rocking headphones or my AirPods, but don't always want to use them. So I started looking into adding monitor speakers into my desk setup. I wanted something that was affordable, but also not a huge compromise on sound quality. I think we all know by now that even the best audio can sound terrible on a poor sound system. Cue in the Edifier R1280T bookshelf speakers. These speakers had great reviews as well as having a modern and classy look and design that was really matching the vibe I was going for. What was even more impressive was the price, at usually just over $100. When I received them and began unboxing, I was pleasantly surprised. They were heavy and a lot larger than the pictures make them out to be. Plus, the quality of the materials also felt really solid and premium as well. Besides the audio cables, they also came with a remote control for when you don't want to use the controls on the right speaker. Another awesome feature is that you can pop the grills off and get an entirely different look along with the sound. Design-wise, it just gives you options. I chose to keep mine on to not make my desk setup look so busy. Now look, I'm no audiophile, and I know that at this price point and without other accessories, I'm not getting the best I can. But these are perfect for this space and my budget. If you wanted to improve your desk speakers even further, a great way to do that is by placing them on stands or risers. I went with the Kanto S4 tilted speaker stands. They have a sleek, industrial, black, minimalistic design, while also being made out of a solid alloy steel that is capable of holding up to 8 pounds each. These paired great with my Edifier speakers. I just love the low-profile look they give off. These stands tilt your speakers at 16 degrees towards your ears so you don't miss out on the higher frequencies. The foam isolation padding they have at the top and bottom ensure that any rattling is also reduced to a minimum. Now we're going to try adding a little mood lighting to the desk setup by installing these Govee RGBIC Pro LED strip lights around the back and corner. I decided to go with Govee because I had already used some of their previous light strips around the house and they are still working great. I have some in the kitchen, some in the living room, and even our bedroom. It's a great way to set the mood for any space. I ordered a little over 9 feet for this project, but you can get them in various lengths. In the box, you will get the roll with the lights and the attached stick-on controller and power plug. You're also going to see a little alcohol prep pad packet. Don't forget to use this to wipe down the surfaces where the strips will go before sticking them on. These pads will get rid of any debris and ensure the adhesive of the strips works as intended. Before you begin, it's a good idea to plug it in and see if the lights are working. In this case, we're good to go. Start by removing the tape at the starting point and slowly working your way around the desk. Make sure you do it in small sections at a time to ensure it's as level as possible. I had to switch positions a few times during the process to stay comfortable. Going around the corner was pretty straightforward, but as you get to the end, you'll need to decide where the stick-on controller will be placed. We'll leave it hanging for now and stick it on when we're happy with the results. Next, check that it works with your Govee app, and not bad. It was giving me the intended effect and looked great around the corner of the desk, but my wall paint has a little bit of a shine to it, and it was reflecting each individual LED. I wasn't going for the Christmas light look, so in order to get rid of this, I needed to move the desk further away from the wall. I cut a couple of moldings I had in the garage to about a foot each and placed them behind my Alex drawers. This gave me about 2 inches or so away from the wall, giving the LED strip that diffused glow that I like. If you're also on your journey to creating your ideal setup, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I got more content on the way for you guys. Adding all these new accessories to my desk setup was adding a mess of cables under it, so it was time for some cable management. I ordered some cheap Velcro reusable zip ties for about $6, and since it was my first time doing this and I was expecting to keep upgrading in the near future, I got some cheap cable management trays in black to start with. Amazon had a great deal for 2 at under $20. They were pretty light and slightly flexible, but enough for what I needed. They also came with a few more cable management accessories, which was nice. The goal for them was to hold my power strip and plugs, thereby making it easier to keep all my cables off the ground and not make it look like my desk setup needs some manscaping. Installing them, though, was not as flexible, as I didn't want to take everything off my desktop and flip it over to screw these into the bottom. Here is where having a standing desk would have been great. Maybe in the future. I placed the trays where I needed them to go and marked where the screws will go with a pencil. Then I took a powered screw gun and drill to begin attaching the trays. Slightly uncomfortable, but doable. As I started to organize some of the cables and do a test fit for everything, I realized my old power strip was way too bulky. Wouldn't allow for my MacBook Pro power brick to fit, and since I was stuck with it for now, I needed a fix. I ordered this metal mount power strip for about $30. It has 8 outlets and was low profile, while also having the black industrial look I was going for. So I got to work with finishing up the cable management, zip tying as much as I could. Don't forget to make use out of all the cable management accessories you have. These stick-on ones are great for any loose cables you need to stay on your desk or simply to tidy up any cables that you don't want to be seen. I have a few that always fall when I swap laptops, so these were the perfect solution. If you're interested in any of these accessories, I have affiliate links to them in the description down below at no added cost to you. I hope this video gave you guys some great ideas and inspiration for your ideal setups. What did you guys think of my upgrades? Have any other recommendations for me to look into? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see one of the best and coolest desk setup upgrades you can get, check out this video here.